Hi guys, this is Sadik from Broadband.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to turn off the thermal limit on your Samsung phone. So recently, I took out the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra outside and the temperature was around 45 degrees Celsius, which is somewhat on the higher side, but still I haven't faced this issue with any other Android phone. So when I took this phone outside, I saw that the brightness lowered down to around 30%, around 200 nits, and I was not able to increase the brightness by any tweak whatsoever. I even tried out the adaptive brightness, but that did not work as well. So I went home and then searched for the rectification of this issue, and I saw a blog on the website which asked us to use the Alliance Shield and the Notify RDS app. While both of them will get the job done, but Alliance Shield asks for $2, and I am not in a position to shell out the bucks because the issue is not from our end. So why should we shell out the bucks? If the issue was by us, then I am ready to give out the money. But since the issue is from the OEM, I am not willing to shell out any buck whatsoever. So then I did a few research and I found out that we have to open this ComSec Android SDH MS activity, and inside that I have to open this activity, and from there I could easily turn off the thermal limits. So I then took out my favorite app, which is the Shizuku, and using that and the System Viewer Tuner, you could now easily get this job done free of cost and without the need for root. So on that note, let me show you how this could be done. First off, get hold of the latest Android SDK platform tools from my guide and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done so in C drive, and these are the files of platform tools. Just let me show you. Moving on, you now have to enable USB debugging on your phone as well. So go to the settings menu on your phone. From there, go to about phone, software information, and tap on build number 7 times. This will enable developer options. Go back, go to developer options, and from here, enable USB debugging. Once that is done, you'll have to open the CMD window inside the platform tools folder as well. So type in CMD, hit enter, and it's now open. Moving on, you now have to install and set up the Shizuku app onto your phone. I made a separate guide and a video on the same. You can refer to my guide, and as of now, please use the ADB method to get this job done. You have to use the wireless debugging for this. So please enable wireless debugging and get the job done. There is a video and the guide as well. So in my case, I've already installed and set up Shizuku over here. So guys, as you could see, the pairing is not successful and Shizuku is now running in the ADB mode, as you could see over here. So now let's get started with the process. You may refer to my guide and the video. I will explain everything over here, how to set up Shizuku via the ADB and wireless debugging. So please get this job done. And once you have set up Shizuku, you will now have to install the System Viewer Tuner app on your phone. So get the app from its official GitHub page. And now let's install this app as well. System Viewer Tuner app. Only these are the two apps which we require. So install the app, and once installed, launch the app as well. Tap on open, scroll down, and you have to scroll down all the way down to read all the TNC. Then next, again next, and once you reach this screen, again tap on next. Okay, once you reach this screen, you have to now type in the following 3 commands, as you could see. So open the CMD window inside the platform tools directory, which we have done already, and now simply type in the following 3 commands. This is the first command. Copy and paste in the CMD window. Next up, we have to type in the second command. So copy this and paste it once again in the CMD window. And now comes the third command as well. So copy paste this command as well in the CMD window. Once that is done, you could now tap on next, and you could see the successful. We have now got it. Again tap on next. System alert window, tap on grant and enable the toggle next to the app as well, which is the System UI Tuner. Once that is done, go back to the app, tap on next. Notification, let's skip that. Tap on next, and with this we are done. Now you have to tap on the system, expand the system section, then tap on lock screen, and again choose lock screen shortcuts, and now you will get a Shizuku prompt. So tap on allow all the time, and now choose either the left or the right shortcut. For now I'm choosing the left shortcut, and now you have to search for the following service. Let me show you once again. The service shortcut name is SDHMS, which stands for Samsung Device Health Management Service. So search for SDHMS, and choose the same from the result. Now you get 2 options. Choose the second activity. So again repeating, please choose the second activity. I'll show you what the first is also, but for now first choose the second activity, tap on it, and let's assign the shortcut to the left shortcut, and it's now done. So let's now lock our phone, and as you could see, on the left hand side we have got the activity. So swipe from left. Okay, just give me a second. Let's press on the swipe from left, and with this we have opened the thermal limit control. Now you have to turn off the brightness limit off and CP TM off. You have to enable the first two toggles, and that's just about it. After enabling the first two toggles, you have turned off the thermal limit on your Samsung phone. Okay, so one more thing. As of now, we have used the second service. What about the first service? Let me now show you what that is as well. So now if we assign the first service, so let's use the right shortcut, and again type in SDHMS, choose this, and now let's choose the first service over here. Let's use the right shortcut, and now once that is done, lock your phone, and now let me open it from the right shortcut. So if you choose the first option, you will get the device temperature, feature stats, and the limit history. So it gives all the history viewer for the SDHMS service, and you could tap on the overflow icon and choose on limit control, and you will again be on the same page. So you could choose either of the two options. If you choose the second activity, you will be taken directly to the page of limit control. If you choose the first activity, then you will be taken to the history page, and then from here you may choose the option of limit control. So both of them will work. It completely depends on your choice. And guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.